this meeting to order. So it's Local Charity. Dave Harding's present, John Bailey, myself, and our clerk treasurer Sandra Thompson, along with Jenny Deerwester today here to conduct the meeting. So.
All right. So what you have in front of you, there is a letter in front of Dave addressed to Gary. This is just a letter that Oprah requires as part of the process. It outlines my recommendations, the contractors, and what houses and so forth. And as you can kind of see, there's out of the 18 houses, since there were several homes that were under what we had anticipated our maximum amount to be, we were able to do more funds for some others that needed it. So we'll just take, let's see which one was a really good one. House number 113, we go closely down to the end. That bid was $51,650, but we're taking off $29,000. So the new contract is $22,650, and then the other columns tell what's going to be coming from Oprah, what's coming from the town. Basically, every house will have $50 coming from the town, and then the amount of the grant that SIDC is providing. So as you can see, that new contract amount, there are some that are a little bit higher, but it does, even doing that, it does still give us $19,265 available if there's any change orders. If we get to a point where, nothing's coming up with the contractors, we might probably be able to maybe get one more house in there for some stuff. So those are my recommendations as far as what contractors will get each home. So Brock Anderson, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He will have a total of 4, and All American General Contracting will have 4, and Katie Mendenhall has 10.
You said one more house you might be able to add on or something?
Might be able to add.
So when's the deadline for that?
Your grant ends June 30th right now, but with one house it shouldn't take that long to be, get an approval as far as getting incomes verified and some environmental stuff done. Hopefully it wouldn't take too long to get one.
Do contractors have a date that they need to be completed?
Yeah, I've given, I think it was maybe May, end of May. So that way that gives us kind of a month before the grant ends. Just to kind of make sure everything's going well. And again, a lot of this, the time frames will depend on the weather too, what our winter may be like, so. And then the other 2 items there, that's the actual bid award with the project numbers, the contractors, and the amounts. So with change orders, with those 4 houses per 5, we award for the full amount of the bid, and then when I sign contracts with them, we will sign for the full amount of their bid, and then we do that change order that same day, deleting out the things that we're not going to be doing.
Jenny, how do we monitor progress?
Well,
Or who monitors progress, for one?
as far as timeliness or
Yeah.
okay, timeliness, it would be myself. So I know they're working in another community as well. Right now, I mean, they're in the other community, they're going fast and hard. They've got an HVAC person and electrical that's moving fast. So, and I know they're also trying to get roofs done too. So that will probably be the same in this instance too, where, they'll probably try to get roofs completed quickly. Typically, we only make one payment, so, if it's other items in there too, they'd have to get everything done then the inspector that you hired, Mr. Bailey, Tracy Bailey out of Bedford, he will, ensure that everything was done correctly.
Will we get some kind of progress report?
I can,
I think, because last time we didn't, and
Okay.
it just seemed kind of odd that we've got this pretty good sized project.
okay?
And,
You want it just before your, meetings each month?
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Do you want me to attend, or do you want me to just give, Sandra kind of like an email of where, that way she's got it to,
As far as I'm concerned, you can just give it to Sandra unless
Okay.
there's something you think
Okay.
we need to.
I can do that.
We have any questions or something, we can ask, get a bid the next meeting maybe. or
Okay.
whatever.
That'll be fine.
Does anyone check on the status of, you know, the ongoing remodeling as they're doing any installation and anything is?
Like during it,
Yes,
not, no. Now, if somebody comes up, you know, if there's an issue or something unforeseen comes up and, you know, it needs to be inspected, the inspector is available, on for an hourly fee for that. So it can be.
if someone doesn't feel like they're getting what they thought they were gonna get.
Yes, they can contact our office and then we'll make arrangements to have the inspector come down there.
Is there a lot amount of hours that's already, aside for the inspector?
No,
Or- oh.
no, that per hour is not set aside, for anything, just his final inspection, that would remain.
And how soon will the contractors be able to start?
As soon as we get, what's called release of funds, so I'm working on the first part of that release of funds, which is the administrative, which, I've got your email, Sandra, and I'll just go through and everything and make sure, that, and I hope to have it, done either today or tomorrow. Then, I'll work on the second part, which is, I have to provide all, sample contracts and change orders and everything to the state. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have all of that submitted, and then once we get that release of funds, then I'll be able to sign the contracts. And once the contracts are signed, they can start whenever they're ready.
Are all three contractors working in this other
Yes, yeah.
location?
But I know, I mean, a lot of the work is being subbed out, so, you know,
Yeah.
it might free them up to, you know, start, you know, or kinda, you know, I know there's roofs done up there, so that might free them up then to, their subs to start doing roofs down here
If
once.
they hurry.
I know.
They're about
Yeah.
out of roof time for
So,
But if
a few months.
they don't get paid for a job until it's completed, then that's definitely an incentive for them to.
yes, it
get on
is.
So,
We
you know,
did, in, the other community, we did allow partial payment only because the government was shut down and we couldn't have access, SIDC, to those, USDA rural development funds because USDA was, furloughed. So we did allow in that instance, but I don't see that as a problem right now. Hopefully, you know, hopefully it'll continue after January 30th.
Until at least the end of January.
Yeah.
right?
So, but if something like that does happen, then we have been allowing for a partial payment, especially so folks could get, you know, their roofs and furnaces in if they needed that stuff before winter.
I don't think I have any questions.
I would make a motion that we approve the award project as been presented for the grand total of $416,435 in accordance with the bids or contractors that's been identified on the award.
Is that good?
Good.
I'll second that.
Alright, John made a motion, to, award this, Dave, seconded it. I'm going to abstain due to conflict, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Abstain?
Both of those need to be signed. I'll take one back and Sandra can have one for her records.
I didn't know if we did it line by, by line item or just all grouped together.
Usually they just do them all grouped together, that's fine.
I'll see. That's good. Makes it, more smooth.
And if anybody ever has any questions, just feel free to call and ask.
Do you remember the last time we did this? Was
I
it
do.
5, 6 years ago? Or was it longer than that?
It might have been longer than that. This seems like it anyway.
Whatever I think, you probably had at least a year.
We have available funds here, I know he said, 4016 should have been the
The
4035.
change, if they're change orders, they'll
Then we
be
gotta
added
come
on.
back and.
You don't have to with the change orders.
Okay,
Now, if
alright.
we do another house, it would go through the same process as what this is here. We do a bid spec booklet, open up bids and award, and it would be just the same process.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions for me?
No?
Okay.
Thank you for all the work you've done on this, and this is gonna be a big benefit to our citizens.
You are very welcome. I don't anticipate probably having anything to report to you for December. But I will have something ready for your January meeting. Like I said, with not being able to sign contracts just yet. And it usually takes the state maybe a week or so to give the clearance. So I don't look for anything to happen before your December meeting. But I can tell, let Sandra know if contracts at least have been signed, that kind of thing.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you all very much. Don't work too hard the
Yeah,
rest
I'm
of your
gonna-
day.
Make a motion we adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 0, we're adjourned.